COVID, and you can't handle the truth. Yeah, I was thinking of Colonel Jessup from A Few Good Men, Jack Nicholson, a great role. Some sub-reference as well was that scene in Men in Black. Scene in Men in Black where, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, their characters they're down in Battery Park, New York. And Will Smith asked the question, but why not just tell everybody that the aliens are here? He said, people are smart. And Tommy Lee Jones is like, no, I'm paraphrasing. They're not smart. He said an individual can be smart, but people, you get them together, they're dumb. And thinking about that when reading this story today, we're going to delve into what might happen here. Right now, we're looking at a situation where we've got emails that are being obtained by members of the Congressional, the House Oversight Committee, chaired by James Comer, with COVID, where they're now got emails showing that Fauci, Daz, all them, they were basically deleting emails. And I quote, I learned from our Freedom of Information Act lady here how to make emails disappear after I am FOIA'd, but before the search starts. So I think we're all safe. Plus, I deleted most of those earlier emails after sending them to Gmail. We're all smart enough to know to never have smoking guns. And if we did, we wouldn't put them in emails. And if we found them, we would delete them. And he bragged about being able to make emails disappear. Again, EcoHealth has already been suspended this past week because of they got their funding pulled. Finally, last Wednesday, EcoHealth finally got their funding pulled because they weren't adequately overseeing their funds. One story after another. Now, again, you can't handle the truth. I mean, think about what might happen if everything comes out and the United States is partly responsible with our tax dollars. And I do believe this to be the case, that our funding and our work with some of the laboratories, and obviously, again, you get scientists that love to get way the hell out of control. We can't conduct this research here in the United States, but we can conduct this over in China. And, we're getting all behind the research that they were doing there. Not seeing the consequences. I'll sub-reference again. We'll go Jurassic Park. The whole concept, first Jurassic Park movie. Not whether or not you can do something, but whether or not you should do something. And again, I quite frankly, I wish maybe some of these scientists had maybe taken a philosophy course or two in their lifetime that ever came into any sort of consideration. But anyway, there's a come out that we were partially responsible. China was partially responsible. What would the reaction be here in the United States? I mean, think about it. Would people, couldn't sue the U.S. government for their involvement in the death of loved ones? Would there be, social unrest, upheaval here in the United States? I don't know. I think that when push comes to shove, I think that a couple people might take a fall. But let's be honest, this will be pushed back further and further and further. For crying out loud, I mean, we still don't have all the information on JFK's assassination. Oh, yeah, Grassy Knoll and Lee Harvey Oswald up there. Right. And, origins of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq that weren't there. We can go on and on and on. Again, it's going to be out of sight, out of mind, sooner rather than later. Again, a couple people might get in trouble, but I think that, they feel that, we can't handle the truth. We can't handle the truth when it comes to this. And, I mean, I can. I don't know many of you can out there, but, what What might this do to our society? I guess my ultimate hope is that people learn to become critical thinkers every single time. I know you shouldn't trust. You shouldn't trust the government. You shouldn't trust any of these agencies. Okay. You shouldn't trust when some warmonger general comes on TV telling you that we've got to invade here, there, and everywhere. They don't deserve your trust. But you also, like I said, do a little Ronald Reagan, trust but verify. You didn't have to spend an inordinate amount of time. I mean, you had lockdowns anyway, an inordinate amount of time actually studying respiratory diseases and the history of pandemics just to see right through all of the crap that they were shoving down our throats. Again, I keep going back to this, underlying theme here for WatchDog on Wall Street Show and Markowski Investments. You have to be able, like I said, build, create, protect, and teach. You always want to say never again. We don't want to ever have to go through something like this again. Unfortunately, we see how easy it is to whip up the public and get them all bent out of shape and get them going and stay home, stay safe, and stickers on the floor and plexiglass. And, you can sit down and take your mask off and have dinner in the restaurant. But if you stand up to go to take a leak, no, you got to put one on. The utter stupidity behind the entire thing that we went along with. Again, what does that say about us? WatchDog on WallStreet.com.